Welcome to 3 Minute Fridays, the YouTube short series where I answer your burning questions about moving to and living in South Italy. Today's question is a really important one. What can I do to integrate into life after I have moved to Italy? There are a few things that you can do that can help you to do just that. And it doesn't matter if you are doing this at the very beginning of your journey or even if you're a bit further along the line and you're struggling to make connections. I think all of these can really help. So first and foremost, you're going to want to start to frequent places on a regular basis. Now, don't get me wrong. I know when you first move somewhere, you want to explore as many different places as possible, discover what there is, and learn more about where you live. However, at some point, once you've kind of identified the places you really enjoy going to, the bars, the restaurants, places like this, you are going to want to start to frequent those places as often as you can. And the reason why you're going to want to do this is because it builds up a sense of familiarity. People start to get to know your face, and as a result, they recognize you as one of their regulars. And then, naturally, on the back of that, they strike up conversation and you start to build a sense of community. This is really important, and I often think this simple step is overlooked sometimes. People don't realize that it's just the simple actions here in Italy that can make a really, really big difference. So make an effort to frequent local bars and restaurants on a regular basis and see how that can make a difference to the connections and community that you will inevitably form on the back of it. The second thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to venture into those good old expat communities. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm not just talking about any old expat community, because you know how I feel about the majority of them. They are often very negative and judgmental places. I'm talking about a brand new community that yours truly is working on called Expats in Bloom. This is going to be a community which is going to be supportive and nurturing and help you whether you plan to move to Italy or you are already resident here. It's going to help educate you as well as help you to build those all-important connections. So if you want to be the first to know when it launches and get yourself on the wait list, I'll put the link below in the show notes so you can read a bit more about just what wonderful things this community is going to help you to do. The next thing you're going to want to do is basically just to get out of the house. Again, another really overlooked thing, but we often get too stuck in our heads and we forget that if we want to meet people, we actually have to most of the time leave our house. Sure, you can build up online connections, but if you want to start to build up your in-presence connections, that means you're going to have to start signing up for community events or group activities or just going out and exploring and seeing who you meet during the day. Like, you must get out of the house if you want to build your connections. Even if you don't know who you're going to meet or what you're going to do, the important thing is you are pushing yourself out of your comfort zone in order to help you to build those all-important connections. And last but not least, let's not forget, you've got to accept life here. This is one of the biggest things that is going to help you to integrate above everything else.